Hey YouTube, I come out here today to do a video on how to make fire in wet conditions. And you know, I got 2 hours worth of video, but no audio. You know, my camera's messed up. I didn't even realize it until I went to play back, and it didn't even have audio. So I spent a whole 2.5 hours talking to you for nothing. So now I've got my phone out here, and I'm going to do it from here. So anyway, I come out here to do video on you know, a few different methods of making fire in really wet conditions. And you know, and it is really wet out here. I mean, it's been raining for 2 days straight, and everything is sopping wet. And when I say everything, I mean I have a lot of experience, you know, living in the wilderness, and I cannot find anything dry. But see all these logs up through there laying down, laying over? Well, up underneath them, if you'll look real good, up underneath of the logs are, you know, it's usually dry up underneath. So I found some dry punky wood up underneath there, and I used that for my tinder. And I found some small diameter twigs that wasn't that wet, that was covered up with leaves mostly, and used that. And I piled all that stuff up, and I used some bigger diameter, you know, stuff like kindling on, and I piled everything up on top of the punky wood. But anyway, it took me 2.5 hours to get a fire going out here today. And let me tell you what I did first. First off, I was just going to use natural material to just try to get it to take a spark. Well, I spent like an hour trying to do that, and it's just so humid out here and so wet that nothing was taking. Nothing was. I mean, it was taking a spark, but it wasn't going into flame. You know, I mean, I blew and blew and blew and blew, and it just would not take a flame. So second, I pulled out my magnesium bar, and you know, I got a good pile of magnesium going, and still it didn't work. I mean, it took a flame for a minute and it went right back out. So then I had some cotton balls, and I pulled out those cotton balls, and it took me 2 cotton balls, but finally it got dried out enough, I guess, where I kept throwing spark to it and kept getting a little bitty flame going, and it finally got dried out enough to where it finally took off. And then I had a little birthday candle and a little tea light candle, and I stuck those in there and got it going. And I guess my point here is, whenever you're packing your survival kit, have more than one way to make fire. Because if you got a little ferrocium rod in there and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to go out here in the woods, if I get lost, I got a way to make fire now. Sorry to say, but more than likely, if you're in a wet environment like this right now, it's just not going to do it. You're going to have more than that ferrocium rod to get your fire going. And hang on. I mean, if it took me 2.5 hours to get a fire going out here, and I live in these woods, you know, somebody that's not from around here, I'm sorry to say, you're not going to get a fire going with just a flint and steel. It's not going to happen. You're going to have some kind of dry paper or cotton or something other than just natural material. I mean, it is possible, but you're going to spend a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to make a fire when it would be that much easier just to pack a little birthday candle or a little tea light candle or some cotton balls. You know, the cotton balls I had out here today didn't even have Vaseline on them. You know, they were just dry cotton balls, and they worked, you know. But my point here is just whenever you're packing your survival kit, man, have more than one way to make a fire. You know, have 4 or 5 ways to make fire. Pack you a birthday candle and a tea light candle. Pack you some cotton balls. Pack you some Vaseline cotton balls. Pack you a flint and steel. Pack you a magnesium rod. Pack you I mean, just all kinds of different ways to make fire. And you know something else I was thinking is those little birthday candles that you blow out and they come and they spark right back to life. Man, those would be awesome to have in your survival kit. And I'm gonna go get some of those. And you know what made me think of it is when I had my little birthday candle up underneath there, and I blew on my fire to get it going. My birthday candle went out, and I was thinking, man, if I had one of those birthday candles that sparked right back to life, man, that would be the shit. Yeah, it would be, and I'm going to get some. That's a killer idea, you know. But anyway, yeah, I spent 2.5 hours trying to get this little bitty fire going right here. And anyway, moral of the story is pack more than one way to make fire, because I'm telling you, if it's hard for me to do, I mean, it's going to be hard for anybody to do. I mean, I've been doing this shit for 15 years, you know. I mean, I'm new at making YouTube videos. This is something new to me. I've never made YouTube videos before. It's only my second one here. But, I mean, anyway. Yeah, finally got it going, though. My dog's around here somewhere. Sorry, that's why I was looking for her there for a second. She came out here with me today. I'm back here. I'm in East Tennessee, back here in these hollers. A pretty good ways back in here. Probably got about an hour and a half walk back out of here, so I got to hit the trail like now before it gets dark on me, and I got to put this out right now. But anyway, thanks for watching, and remember, always pack more than one way to make fire, because that's key. That's key to survival. You know, if you're in conditions like this and it's supposed to get down to like 50 degrees tonight and as wet as everything is, if you don't have a fire, man, you're probably going to get hypothermia. And if you don't have a fire and more than one way to make it, it's going to be hard. I mean, you're going to have a very rough time trying to get a fire going out here. But anyways, thanks for watching, and remember, always be prepared. Thanks.